You. All right, thanks, Melissa. 9:34 here on your Thursday. Students in our state now about a couple weeks into a brand new school year.
And experts say right now is definitely the time to get a full picture of your child's mental health as well as their physical health.
All right, psychologist and director of the Center for Gender Health at the Institute of Living, Dr. Laura Saunders, is here this morning to tell us why. Good morning, Dr. Saunders. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Karen and Marcy. And how are you each feeling today?
Good.
I love the way you asked that. I felt like it was very genuine. So I'm feeling very great. I'm so happy to be next to my friend and colleague, Kate.
Same. We're having a great day. How are you doing?
I am doing well. And see, even just that simple check-in makes a connection, right? And so that's what we're talking about for our school children. And not that we want to add another task on teachers' plates, because our teachers are absolute heroes. But what we're finding is that when schools take a little more time to do that kind of mental health check-in, especially at the beginning part of the year, because everyone's lives are very different. And some people have more stable lives. Some children, unfortunately, have less stable lives. But even so, sometimes we just don't feel great. And when you don't feel well, your learning is not as effective. So taking that time at the beginning of the day, or certainly in this time of year, is really, really important to set a framework for learning.
Dr. Saunders, just asking that simple question, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Do you recommend that teachers are doing that parents or caretakers are doing that? And then how often should we be checking in with each other, with our kids, with our students?
So I think, again, not to put another task on teachers' plates, but to check in, especially in elementary school. In middle school and high school, you're not going to get a genuine answer anyway. But in elementary school, you're likely to get a genuine answer. So to ask them at the beginning of each day, or if you notice something's changed or something's different. I think as parents and families, we just get caught up in the hustle bustle of each day, and it's harder to do that check-in. But certainly if you notice a change, but realize that the more you can just genuinely check in and want to know how someone's doing, it creates that sense of connection. And in school situations, it is going to help increase the motivation for learning, because elementary school children, as a general rule, want to do well and want to please their teachers. And the more you can create that connection, the better.
Yeah, I like that. And I think maybe you can tell me if that's incorrect, but does it create a habit so that maybe when they are in those middle school and high school years that they're more likely to then give you a genuine response if they've got that habit built with people that they trust?
Yeah, that would be the start of it. I think what happens as a process is we begin to internalize it, right? So I don't expect anyone at the start of my day to ask me how I'm doing. And it might be nice, but, but I do check in with myself. How am I feeling today? What do I have on my schedule? What do I need to do to manage that? So that it becomes more of an internal check-in. So yes, it does become a habit. And the better we can connect and identify with how we feel, it just makes things a little bit easier.
All right, so a hypothetical for you. Let's say you check in and your child is obviously struggling or says that, and you don't really know where to turn. What are some of the resources that we can utilize to help our children?
Well, if everyone has a bad day, so having a bad day is not necessarily a reason to take it to the next level. What I'm looking for is a pattern of bad days or a significant change in behavior. So it's day after day that your child doesn't want to do what they typically do. Their energy seems to be significantly reduced. Their eating habits have changed, right? So once I've seen this as more as a pattern, I really like to start with either your pediatrician or your school support personnel, because you can also really get good corroborating information from your school support personnel. Is your child also appearing to be the same at school, or are they different? Because that information is really helpful also.
Wonderful advice.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Saunders. We appreciate it, as always. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you are doing well.
Yes.
Thank you. Take care and have a great day.
You too. We'll see you next week. All right, so we want to know what's on your mind. If there's a topic that you'd like Dr. Saunders to talk about, send it to us on the Channel 3 app or on the Great Day Facebook page. We're going to gather all your questions and get answers straight from the source.
We can all ask each other how we're doing there.
We should. That's a really great
check in.
That's a great tip.